Hi viewers, and welcome to my channel, Goldie X. I will be sharing how I achieve this light contour for a natural look using a variety of different brand products, as well as trying my hand at the latest trend, magnetic lashes. Hit the like and subscribe button to be alerted for new videos, as the next video I will post will be a full review for the magnetic lashes. Stay tuned. Jumping right into it, I started with a clean face and applied Cover FX blurring primer, then used this Kiss brow gel to add a bit of dark brown tint to fill in some areas in order to make it look more full. Then using a spoolie to brush the hairs in an upward motion. This helps to even out the brow gel so there are no clumps of hairs. I like to use a dark brown instead of black because I think the black gel is just way too dark. It stands out too much, so the dark brown is best for me. Then using the Ruby Kisses 3D Face Creator, I'm using my colored concealer to outline my brows and give it my desired shape. So I start with the bottom brows first. I have not quite mastered brow shaping, so it's not perfect, but it is a work in progress. This process is easier when my brows have already been waxed or shaped, of course. Here, my brows are a bit bushy and out of shape, so I have to give it some special attention. Brows can really make or break your face, so just take your time. I usually have a hard time getting my arches to match and sometimes the length. Sometimes when my shaping is just too far off, I'll just have to wipe it all off and start over. Then I outline the top of the brow, making sure the arch and the length are as close to matching as possible for both brows. Next, I go around the brows with this angled brush to blend the concealer. I do wipe my brush off on a paper towel as I do this to help with blending the outline. I do not want my eyebrows to be highlighted, so I blend the concealer in as much as possible. Now I am using my Il Makiage foundation. I came across Il Makiage on my Instagram feed. They advertised their perfect match survey, which they ask you a few questions, and then depending on your answers, supposedly the color that they match you with should be a perfect match. And then they also do a try before you buy, where they will send you a full-size product for $5, which is, you just pay the shipping, which is the $5. They allow you to try it for 2 weeks, and then the $45 is automatically drafted from you. If you do not like the product, then of course you would just ship it back within that 14-day timeline. So this foundation does get pretty close to my skin tone. However, I have noticed that in certain lights, I may look a bit yellow or like a yellowish brown. It is noticeable in some of the pics I have posted online. By the way, please follow my nail page on Instagram at Goldilocks_nails. That's GOLDILOX_NAILS. So I'm just taking this cosmetic wedge and blending the foundation in as much as possible to make it all look flush as well as natural. I try not to use too much in order to avoid having like that cake face look. Then I'm using the concealer to conceal my dark areas under my eyes, as well as around my mouth, where it tends to be hyper pigmented, and then on my blemishes on my cheeks too. And then I just go to work blending in the concealer really well. I am using a cosmetic wedge that I bought from the dollar store. It came in a pack of 28 pieces. As you can see, the wedges are pretty small. I don't wear foundation often, so I've been using this pack of wedges for a really long time, and I'm really just using them until they're all gone. I do plan to invest in an egg-shaped sponge, as it does look easier to hold. These wedges tend to give me a hard time, which in turn probably does make my process longer. Now I'm taking a brush to blend the foundation some more. Please don't ask why I'm using a wedge and a brush. I don't know. The girl used both, so it must help it to blend better. If you notice me looking over my shoulder, it's because my son is on the bed behind me making noises. He gets really excited over Coco Melon. Please do not get me started about Coco Melon. I know majority of the songs, all the lyrics, all it. Next, I'm using the Kiss Pro Touch Matte Powder Foundation to give my face a matte look. Then, using the Per Sculptor palette, I am using a darker color to create the contour along my cheekbones and jawline, and then just using my bigger brush to blend it all in. Next, I'm using a small brush to contour my nose. I put a little too much on that one side. As you can see, it's way too dark, so I had to do some additional blending so that I do not have those lines along my nose. Using this NYX setting spray, I give myself just a few spritz to help set in the foundation and the contour that I've already done so far. Now, time for some eyeshadow. I'm using this BoxyCharm Per palette to give my lids a light pop of color. And I also put some under my bottom lash line as well. using the Per Sculptor palette once again, this time using the highlighter on my cheekbones and nose and a little on the forehead. Not too much though. I don't want to be glowing like a fairy, so I just put on a light brushing in those areas. Here I'm using the NYX liquid liner to line my eye and make a wing. I am no master at wings by any stretch of the imagination. Some days I can do a real quick wing and it's perfect, and then some other days I'm just absolute trash. It's really difficult for me getting the shape and length of each wing to match, and then I end up wasting a bunch of time, and then it just becomes a whole big mess that I wish I just never even started in the first place. So my wing game is very inconsistent. Next, I'm using the Slick brand magnetic liner over the NYX liner, but just as far as my lash line. A retrace of the wing with this magnetic liner is unnecessary, plus my bets are that I could possibly destroy the wing I made if I try to manipulate it in any way. So just enough for the lash line. I am currently editing my video review of these magnetic lashes, so stay tuned as you'll want to see this, especially if you love lashes as much as me, because these magnetic lashes are truly a game changer. The Slick Savage lashes will now adhere to the magnetic liner I've applied. I do not have a bit for my lips, however, I can tell you that I used the Wet n Wild brunette pencil to line my lips, then using a nude lip color from the Cutie collection. And here's the final look. Thanks for watching.